Good afternoon, everyone. A local anthropology professor is once again on the front lines of a death investigation. We'll have details in just a moment. But first, the man accused of burning a body in Cape Girardeau County is scheduled to be in court next month. According to online court records, 68-year-old John Carr appeared before a judge last week. His public defender asked for a continuance, and the judge granted that request. His new court date is March 2nd. Today we learned the identity of the bones found in a burn pit on his property last month. Investigators say the remains belong to 42-year-old Marty Janney Sheffield Cartwright. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, she was reported missing June 1st of 2024. Authorities say Carr told them she died of an overdose at his place more than a year ago. And according to the probable cause statement, Carr told investigators he started to call 911 but worried he'd get in trouble. He later wrapped the woman's body in a quilt and burned her remains. SEMO anthropology professor Jennifer Bankston and her students were part of the team that helped identify those remains. Brianna Harris is live in the studio now with that part of the story.
Well, Jeff, Dr. Jennifer Bankston says it was a tough case. Some of the bones were burned and fragmented, but she says her students were able to lend their expertise to the investigation. Bankston says identifying human remains is never simple, especially when they are damaged. Bankston says she and her students analyzed the skeletal evidence, which helped law enforcement understand what they were looking at. Over the years, she says her team has helped solve multiple cases. Bankston says it's cases like this one that give her students real-world experience.
And when they are professionals and practitioners out there in the world, they're going to need to know how to collaborate with people in with all different expertise. They're going to need to know what is the limits of their own expertise and when do you need to bring in somebody else.
Bankston says it does take a team of professionals to do this kind of work. In addition to her and her students, the sheriff's office says they also relied on help from 2 dentists. In the studio, Brianna Harris, Heartland News.